Alright, pro tip for bus building. If you think something is going to be done quickly, it won't be done quickly. If you think that something is going to take long, it is going to take longer. I'm doing the sound deadening for the cab. I think my problem is that I have this vision for what I want things to be, and I'm just getting impatient.
I'm breathing in and I'm breathing out. I'm building my own stage. You can tear it down, but I'll build it again. Yeah, nothing's gonna stop me.
Alright, ladies and gents, welcome to Bob, the gross bus. Man, some of the things you uncover in a 20-year-old bus. Anyway, what I've found here was they just stuck down a piece of vinyl, literal just a piece of vinyl, and they've stuck it to the existing carpet. God knows why. Maybe they had to service it, or maybe it just was messed up and they thought, let's do that for a quick fix.
Yeah, fix it.
So now I'm going to have to buzz back all of this so that I can get my sound deadener stuff to stick to it, because I don't think it's going to stick to that silicone, because I think they've just used like a fire resistant silicone there. And there's a little bit of surface rust anyway, so I've got to get all that off and probably repaint it and see how it comes up.
Time travel.
Alright, giving her a clean fish oil treatment. It's meant to be anti-rust, and giving her a fresh coat of paint. So it's all ready for sound deadening, which is great.
He fixed it.
So I just wanted to clarify what I am using. This stuff is called roadkill, pretty much the same thing as car builders. The only difference is that it is not super sticky when you first get it. As far as I know, car builders is very sticky, and once you get it on place, that's it, you can't move it. Whereas this one changes over time, it gets tacky and gets much stronger. So I find that this stuff is really easy to use as a result.
We don't like easy, do we?
It's also got some pretty good insulation ratings for heat, which is a double down bonus. So that's great. So here's the product here. This is it. Comes in sheets like this. It is about 800 by 460. I've been cutting them in half for these side panels because it seems to fit quite nicely, and I get a little bit of overhang, as you can see there, but I can just trim that back. Okay, so here we go. These are the tools you're gonna need. A car builder's roller, because you're cheeky, and a car builder's Stanley knife, because you're cheeky, tape measure, and a straight edge, or a level. So it's the same process as cutting the form shield insulation, or at least that's what I'm doing.
The only way I know how.
Measuring out 220, and cutting it. Measuring out 220 over here, cutting it. And then, working in a bus is always fun because there's not much room.
Are you claustrophobic?
Especially when you're filming it.
He's a claustrophobic.
Line up those lines. A small pressure at the start to get it going. And then a bit more pressure. Gradually increasing in pressure. As you can see, nice and easy.
It's not that easy.
It's really easy to work with. Highly recommend it. But because it's been folded in half, it's got these little creases here, so just to remove that wastage, I'm pulling them apart as best as I can so that it stretches out that rubber.
I told you it wasn't easy.
What I found the easiest way to do this was to peel the whole backing off, if you can, if you're not a monkey like me.
Are you stupider than a monkey?
Peel the backing off. As I said, it's not super sticky at the start. It gets sticky over time. And I think that's due to heat exposure and those sorts of things.
Oh, well, now you're just making things up.
So I'm just sticking that bottom curve down first. And I have gone a bit overkill on the roadkill.
I don't mind dad jokes.
Because I'm a musician and I want to protect my hearing as best as I can, and I figure if we can really deaden that road noise as much as possible, it's going to really limit the amount of driver fatigue that I get, and it's going to make for me to be able to hear when I sound terribly on stage or not.
Well, at least you admit it.
And I can keep on gigging for a little bit longer. So once I've run that in, I run it in with my finger, just in the bottom there. And if you can't get in there, I was using a pen or something plastic that's not going to cut into the foil there. And then once I've run that in, I get my roller, my car builder's roller.
It's not that funny.
Gradually roll it in. with a medium sort of pressure, like I'm not pushing too hard. And I'm slowly working my way up. So now I'm going to go over it a little bit harder, just to make sure that it has really stuck down quite well. And there you have it. Done.
You're not done.
So I've still got little bits and offcuts to do and all that sort of thing, and it will get a little bit more fiddly, but as you can see, that was really easy. The difference in the sound just on a knock test, maybe I'm better off doing this. Anyway, I'm gonna get back into it and keep marching. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is tackle that cab area with the sound deadening. It is also a little bit heat resistant.
Self-discipline is everything. And if you don't have it, I don't look at you right, because I know you're capable of more. It's not discipline so much for me. It's all on you. It's all on you. The self part is what's big. Where you're gonna fail and you're gonna be in your head, you could be saying, I'm not good enough. And it's how you get through that. It's how you get through that on a daily basis, when that thing is saying, man, I'm 43, I've done so much. You start to become civilized. The refrigerator gets full. You start making money, and you start, I'm not getting cold anymore. I'm retired. At 40, people shouldn't be playing basketball or football or being in, you start to believe this shit. And it becomes in your fucking mind, like, there's people who are retiring, you know, at 40-something years old or 30-something years old. At 43, I'm still putting 100-mile weeks, still doing thousands of pull-ups, thousands of push-ups, because I'm not allowing myself to become civilized. The worst thing that can happen to a man is become civilized. You lose that fucking fight. You lose that, why the fuck am I doing this shit? I'm good. You ain't good, man. You ain't never fucking arrived. And that's just my mentality. You may have more, but you never fucking arrive. You want to be uncommon amongst uncommon people. Period.
So it's not finished. I just wanted to get that seat in so that it's, you know, out of the weather and back in there. It's been out of the bus for a long time and I'm getting a bit impatient. But anyway, I've insulated a fair bit of it, and everything else I can still get to with the seats in there. So yeah, keep on marching, I guess.